A very good evening to you, our dear viewer. It is the 13th of March 2026. My name is Patricia Lukoma Pango, and I'm here to bring you what's making headlines. Straight away into the bulletin, the Ministry of Education and Sports, through the National Curriculum Development Center, has embarked on reforming the UACE curriculum as they release the 2025 Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education UACE examination results. UNEB observed that in all subjects, learners failed to relate knowledge acquired to real-life situations.
Pleasure to release the results of the Uganda Advanced Certificate of Examination for public use.
The Ministry of Education and Sports and Uganda National Examinations Board UNEB have released the 2025 Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education UACE examination results. According to the statement of release, 166,400 candidates registered to sit and 165,172 candidates turned up, registering 1,228, that is 0.7% absentee candidates. The number of candidates compared to 2024 has increased from 140,884 to 165,172 candidates. That is an increase of 24,288, 17.2%. The number of female candidates was, however, lower, with 72,374, that is 43.8%, compared to male, who were 92,798, that is 56.2%. Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education performance by gender in large entry subjects indicates that female candidates performed better than their male counterparts at the principal level pass A to E in most of humanities subjects, mathematics, physics, general paper, subsidiary mathematics and subsidiary ICT, while males scored better than females in mathematics and sciences at top level of A passes.
So, the good performance by girls, and I congratulate them on this remarkable achievement. I am particularly impressed by the steady increase in the number of girls taking on science subjects, and that they have done very well. This demonstrates that there is nothing mysterious about mathematics and sciences. What we now need is more encouragement and the presence of the role models of mothers in our society who are scientists.
Candidates' performance indicates an overall improvement in 2025, with 98.9% of the candidates qualifying for the UACE certificate.
University admissions to degree courses have up to now been considering 2 principal level passes as the minimum requirement. If this consideration is maintained, 113,290 or 68.6 will qualify to be admitted. 1 principal and 2 subsidiary pass levels are considered for admission to other tertiary institutions. For example, the TVET institutions offering diploma level programs. We will have 145,129 or 87.9% of our candidates who will qualify to transition from UACE to tertiary levels.
Principal level pass AE in large entry subjects have recorded an improvement in economics, geography, literature in English, mathematics, agriculture, chemistry and biology. Uganda National Examinations Board observes that the problem of not relating science concepts to real-life situations persists. Minister of Education and Sports Janet Katam-Museveni says National Curriculum Development Center is to move steadily ahead to complete the reform of the Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education curriculum.
The Ministry of Education and Sports, through the National Curriculum Development Center, has embarked on reforming the UACE curriculum. Currently, we have an aligned curriculum being implemented. where excess and unnecessary content has been removed and duplication of information across subject areas has also been addressed. Furthermore, the teaching approaches have been aligned to the approaches at UCE so as to provide a smooth transition from the UCE.
The chairperson, Uganda National Examinations Board, Professor Celestino Boa, says the board reiterates the strategic importance of mathematics and science in driving innovation, industrialization, and technology advancement.
Sustained investment in science infrastructure, teacher capacity, and laboratory resources remain critical to building a robust pipeline into tertiary STEM programs. Although enrollment in STEM subjects show a gradual upward trend, deliberate multisectoral interventions will be required to achieve national targets in science and technology development.
Overall, the number of candidates UNEB has assessed for certification for the 3 examinations has increased to 1,402,434 in 2025 from 1,294,731 in 2024. I'm Nafka Farida and Dan Lugemwa in Kampala.
In our top story, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has outlined wealth creation at household level, free education, fighting corruption and job creation as his top priorities in the next government, since peace and stability is already in place. Museveni made the remarks as he celebrated his victory alongside the First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds in Kampala. Residents of Kisalosalo along Chebando Ring Road in Kawempe Division, Kampala, have appreciated the Prime Minister Robina Nabanja's intervention into the shoddy works on their road, which has now been rectified by the Chinese contractors. This comes after Premier Nabanja's tour of certain roads in Kampala on Tuesday underwent construction, where she discovered defects on some roads, including the Chebando Ring Road.
This week, the Prime Minister visited a number of roads in Kampala that are still under construction by the Chinese contractor, China Railways 18. During her inspection, the Prime Minister, together with the State Minister for Works, Musa Echeru, tasked the contractor to show cause for value for money on the roads under their contract. At Chebando Ring Road in Kawempe Division in Kampala, the Premier discovered the contractors had left the manhole cover protruding in the middle of the road, posing danger to the motorists.
These people know. And they told me they have completed the road. So what is this one? You come in. This is very dangerous. Very dangerous. He's supposed to be arrested. This one I'm arrested. Yes. Oh, not to Musibe.
Started knocking here. They have started knocking here.
Every day they are knocking here. Every day.
Come and see. Come, you come.
However, by this morning, the situation had changed. Construction workers are on the ground, busy rectifying all the defects which were identified by the Prime Minister and the Minister Musa Echeru.
Now, this particular slab here was higher than the level of the road. It was like 200 above the road level, the carriageway. But what we have done, we have hacked the walls and lowered the slab to flush with the carriageway. As you see now, all motor road users cannot collide, knock on a slab anymore. So it is now flushing with the road.
In the same location, a manhole that had been left hanging, making it difficult for pedestrians to walk through, has also been rectified.
Okay, this is a walkway, isn't it? Somebody is supposed to be, you have a PWD, is walking or is riding from up there, and is supposed not to be knocked by cars. You come and see here. How does it I'm writing a bad letter about China Radio 18.
From the other side, we had around 4 manholes. And this manhole, particular manhole here, we lowered it to allow the pedestrians to walk on the walkways. And wheelchair people, the lame people can also cross now. Now you can see this one, the ramp. The ramp goes up to the other side. The manhole slabs are now flushing with the road. So we don't expect any traffic accidents here caused by this manhole cover that way, not flushing with the carriageway.
The residents are thankful to the Prime Minister's intervention.
Only that they should at least raise the humps. Size of the humps should be at least be raised.
It's really a city now. By then, previously it was not a city because this place did not have any picture of a city. You could think even you were in deep villages. But when they started to work on the roads, we really appreciate the government of Uganda. His Excellency is doing a great work. Yes.
Well, now let's head back to a top story where President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has outlined wealth creation at household level, free education, fighting corruption and job creation as his top priorities in the next government since peace and stability is already in place.
Thousands of the National Resistance Movement supporters thronged the Kololo ceremonial grounds in Kampala to celebrate President-elect Yoweri Museveni's election victory. Mr. Museveni in the January 2026 general elections won by 71.65%, beating his closest rival, the National Unity Platform NUP candidate Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, who got only 24.72%. Museveni, who says campaigns are now done and that Ugandans should now focus on wealth creation, outlined priorities like free education, job creation through commercial agriculture and establishment of factories as top on his agenda for the next government.
Emphasize the issue of wealth and jobs creation. The wealth is in the 4 sectors of Ondobuna: commercial agriculture, small scale industries and big industries, services of and ICT.
Other priorities are fighting corruption and promoting accountability.
Then the issue of corruption. Don't tolerate these people. We have been hearing of people who sell local government jobs. Why not report them? So that they are arrested. When they are arrested, when they are reported, report them to Amina Mukarazia. If the local leaders are not doing it, tell Mukarazia.
The president-elect Museveni applauded the supporters for having supported his ideologies in the manifesto and voted for his party. The Vice President, Jessica Alupo, praised all NRM supporters, including the First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, saying it was their collective hard work that resulted in the resounding victory.
And I congratulate you, Mama, and thank you for the S6 results which you have just released to all the members of the public. Let us thank Mama and the team from the Ministry of Education. But throughout the campaign time, Mama, you traversed the whole country, moving with Muzei and the NRM teams and ensuring that we get contact with all the people of Uganda and secure the victory.
The NRM supporters congratulated the president upon the victory and expect tremendous development in the next 5 years of his tenure in office.
Looking into the affairs of the people on the ground, like Paris model, we are comfortable. He has given us peace. And what else do we want? That's why we are here. His achievement.
Government will record it. The thing that we're going to do is PDM. A quarter to one job. Or more than what you want to quarter. So never saw when Uganda. But now Uganda will go to the
Others commended the president for the peace and stability and the focus on wealth creation among the ordinary people.
It was so daring that Ugandan voted massively to the president, and I can assure you that is the result why we are here today celebrating, because it has not been in history. I think in 1996, it was when President Museveni voted about 96 or 90-something% vote, I'm not sure. But you can imagine after 40 years in power, because of this type of the systematic way and how we made our approach in
the celebrations, dubbed Yoga Yoga Jaja, were organized by the State House Local Content Unit, headed by Hajat Amina Mkalazi. Philippa Guta for UBC News in Kampala.
Well, thank you very much there, Philip Aguta. Now, Minister of State for National Guidance, Godfrey Kabyanga Waluku, has paid a courtesy visit to Chitalichivi government-aided primary school in Kasese district as part of the follow-up on government pledges aimed at uplifting the school's status. School authorities commended the government for this support extended to the institution, but highlighted inadequate capitation funds to meet other school demands.
Chitalichivi Primary School is located in Kasese district in western Uganda. The school has an enrollment of 1,030 learners accessing education at no cost under the government program. Parents are required to present their children for registration and ensure they have uniforms and scholastic materials to support their studies.
Parents are also requested to provide food for their learners. They come with packed food. Those who manage to pay in small money pay to our school bursar, and learners enroll at the kitchen to have their midday meal at lunchtime.
The learners are currently taught by 19 teachers, a number school authorities say is not sufficient given the large enrollment.
And the challenge is the district wage is not yet lifted and no more recruitment now.
Our teachers are teaching us very well, and our teachers, even they are teaching us in time.
We have one set of computer.
And as a teacher, does this in any way also affect the way you teach these learners?
Automatically it affects, because when they come across computers and smartphones, they get attracted and diverted.
We are happy with the Minister, Honorable Kabyanga, who has come to our school today, and he has offered us a laptop to enhance the digital skills within our learners.
So I'm going to see how I can get them a few computers, either from the ministry or from friends.
Now in 2025, a total of 74 candidates sat for the primary leaving examinations at Kitali Kibi Primary School. None of them attained Division 1. 40 passed in Division 2, 32 passed in Division 3, and 2 in Division 4.
What speaks to the statistics is that around our school here, we have competitors called private schools. And parents have thought that quality is in private schools. Best learners are selected and taken to private schools. And the worst performing learners are now brought to our school, public schools. And the struggle we put to raise those learners from performing poorly to best performing is tense.
Some parents take poor performing children in UPE schools and level 1 in private schools, and at the end they blame UPE schools for their poor performance. Thank you, Madam Professor.
I would like to thank the teachers for the hard work and training these children, because you would see children talking from the heart, not cram work at all, but talking from the heart.
The administration is implementing the competence-based curriculum, focusing on teaching in themes as introduced by the National Curriculum Development Center. Minister of State for National Guidance, Godfrey Kabyanga Chime Baluku, paid a courtesy visit at the school during a parent-teachers engagement and assured them that the pledges made by government shall be fulfilled.
We have already submitted to State House because they told us to submit all the unfulfilled pledges, and we have already submitted. He cleared nearly more than half of the pledge, but now the remaining is around 360 million, which I'm very optimistic is also going to be cleared because we already submitted.
The school has produced prominent figures, including General Wilson Mbasumbadi, the former Chief of Defense Forces, Dr. Crispus Chiyonga, Lois Bwambale, and Honorable Godfrey Kabyanga.
That are proud of being here with this school.
Technically, you can make it.
We can make it, and we shall make it under God's guidance.
Which class are you in?
I am in
Ivan Kahwa, UBC News.
class.
P2 class.
Thank you very much there, Ivan Kahwa. Now, a fire last night destroyed 2 garages in Kibuli, burning more than 10 vehicles to metal frames. While police rescued some items and reports no human casualties, the assistant spokesperson, Kampala Metropolitan Local UACE, says investigations are under to determine the cause of the fire.
The fire reportedly started at around 11:30 p.m. hours after garage owners had closed their businesses. Owners say they were alerted by neighbors who noticed flames rising from the workshops. When our team arrived at the scene, several vehicles from both garages had burned to metal flames, with parts melted in intense heat and windows shattered from explosions believed to have come from gas cylinders. The owners say they were called by one of the security guards, though he was not found at the scene this morning. They say they are unsure of what may have caused the fire. However, the area village chairman notes that there is a woman who cooks within the garage premises.
Nagenzo kutunura nga muno mu garage lazima wabaddewo esijiri. Esijiri yavuddeko problem omuliro okola ki okwaka.
Then one of my askaris called me that the garage has caught fire. So we had to rush. We called the fire brigade to come and rescue us. We really thank OC Kawaragala, who responded very fast to come and help us to make sure that we settle the fire.
The assistant spokesperson for Kampala Metropolitan Police, Luke UACE, says they are working to establish the exact cause of the fire.
An investigation is ongoing to ascertain the cause of the fire.
Earlier this year, in February 2026, 14 vehicles were destroyed in another fire outbreak in Kobiri, while 7 others were burned in Ntinda in September 2025. Owesigire has, to this regard, emphasized the need for greater awareness on fire safety.
Go and be trained, or should be made aware on what to do whenever a fire starts. Because I believe this fire did not just randomly start and people just noticed it starting when it had already spread. I believe it started small.
With majority of Ugandans employed under the informal sector, this garage has been a livelihood for more than 20 locals. Following last night's fire, several of them are left without a source of living and are now calling on government for support.
What we can say is that we do support the Afande MK, General MK. So we call upon the Afande to come and rescue us.
Reporting for UBC, Pauline Ongoyet here at Chibuli, Kampala.
Now, moving ahead, Ugandans have been urged to embrace land registration as a way of curbing the rising cases of land conflicts and related crimes. According to the Minister of State for Lands, Sam Mayanja, land registration in Uganda remains low, currently standing at a 30.12%.
The Parliamentary Committee on Lands, led by its chairperson Semanga Javira, has conducted a courtesy visit to the Ministry of Lands zonal offices in Mukono and Wakiso districts. While at the Mukono zonal office, legislators were taken through the entire chain of land transactions, starting from the reception, cash office, valuation section, and registrar's office, before proceeding to the strong room, where the land files are securely kept.
We are not here to expose. We are not here to quarrel. We are here to find a solution.
State Minister for Lands Sam Mayanja commended the committee for taking time to inspect the operations of the zonal offices. He, however, emphasized the need for Ugandans to embrace land registration to promote secure land ownership and attract investment, noting that the current registration rate of 30.12% remains very low.
This low level of registration presents significant risks and constraints. It weakens land investment significantly. It limits the use of land as collateral, constrains planned land use, and ultimately affects productivity.
Mayanja further revealed that the ministry plans to transition from current systems to more advanced technologies such as blockchain to strengthen data security and integrity with support from Parliament through increased funding.
Inadequate funding relative to the demands and national expectation placed on the sector. Limited infrastructure at the ministry's own offices, resulting in congestion and overcrowding, as you can see here in Mukono.
During the engagement, legislators also raised concerns over individuals, commonly referred to as untouchables, who allegedly encroach on forest reserves, delays in service delivery at some of the zonal offices, and cases where local leaders exploit land buyers.
People have built permanent houses there. The government has made its own mistake by issuing these titles. And even if we give you money now, I don't think you can chase anybody from the forest.
That members of the public can conduct online searches. Now I wonder why people should be charged when they come here asking for the search. Some places need de-gazettement, to be honest.
Minister Mayanja acknowledged the challenges affecting service delivery, noting that the ministry is aware of individuals who frustrate the system and pledged action to address the problem.
The registrars here are supposed to be lawyers. They should know that a witness by LC1 is not a legal requirement. That's just a practical, you decide.
The committee further proceeded to Wakiso district, where similar concerns were raised at the Busiro and Chadondo zonal offices.
We can eliminate middlemen.
The site visit was concluded at the National Land Information System in Wandegea, Kampala. Following the visits, the committee chairperson revealed that the Lands Committee will hold a stakeholder engagement on 19th March 2026 to explore possible solutions to the challenges affecting land administration in the country.
We have also found out that forestry land has been given to developers, actually one developer in most cases taking a big chunk without the normal processes of degazettement. So we have invited them to scrutinize the process and see how best we can go to save our forests of Namamve and Namyoya.
Rebecca Natongo, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
Students and industry leaders have gathered at National Social Security Fund Uganda 2026 Career Expo, aimed at preparing young people for an increasingly competitive and technology-driven job market. The gathering reflects growing concerns about young unemployed students in Uganda, where universities continue to produce large numbers of graduates each year.
Uganda's higher education sector produces more than 700,000 graduates annually, yet only about 200,000 secure gainful employment in the formal job market. This widening gap highlights the urgent need for stronger collaboration between universities, employers and policymakers to ensure graduates leave school with skills that match industry needs. Experts say the rapid advancement of technology is reshaping the nature of work across the globe. In Uganda, the rise of digital platforms, automation and artificial intelligence means young people must now develop new competencies beyond traditional academic knowledge.
But one time, the digital chapati maker is coming. There will be a machine which takes your orders. Please add the kachumbari, and in a very short time it brings out a more tasty chapati. Unless we go on the productive end and value addition end of this economy.
Stakeholders at this Career Expo note that many university programs still focus heavily on theoretical learning, leaving students underprepared for the realities of modern workplaces.
Because the future of this world will depend on our capacity to innovate. If we don't innovate, there is a threat that we shall be exterminated.
The conversation around artificial intelligence has also become central to discussions about the future of work. While AI is expected to transform sectors such as legal, finance, media, health and education, experts warn that those who fail to adapt to emerging technologies risk being left behind.
Professions that you're pursuing are very relevant, and everything is relevant. But now with the reshaping of education, you cannot stick to that one area, because with AI, you can honestly study and pursue everything that adds value to you.
Statistics from labour market observers suggest that youth unemployment remains one of Uganda's most pressing socio-economic challenges. With the country's population projected to exceed 70 million by 2040, the pressure on the job market is expected to intensify if new employment pathways are not created. Career platforms like the Expo are increasingly being viewed as part of the solution. By bringing together employers, innovators and students in one space, such initiatives are expected to play a pivotal role in bridging the gap between academic training and the realities of the labour market.
So, Muchara.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy,
why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
It's back, bigger, and with more business opportunities. It's the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo, Poate 2026, Uganda's flagship tourism event. Poate 2026 will take place from the 21st to the 23rd of May 2026 at the Speak Resort Convention Center, Munyonyo, under the theme Wanderlust. It's your time to thrive. Yes, it's your time to tap into Uganda's renewed optimism and tourism growth. Tourism stakeholders, travel trade partners, and tourism enthusiasts will be part of the Poate 2026. Come and network with like-minded people and unlock new business opportunities. To participate, register at www.poate.co.ug. Poate 2026 is brought to you by Uganda Tourism Board and partners.
In 2024, Uganda recorded 37,000 new HIV infections and 20,000 AIDS-related deaths, a situation that calls for collective efforts if the country is to achieve its target of ending AIDS by 2030.
Somebody infecting another person. So there's no way you can say men cannot be infected, only women can be infected. So from the simple fact that people can infect one another, there's no logic in saying that only women should test. It should be everybody. It's just logical.
Together, we can end AIDS in Uganda. Every second counts. Let's act now. This message is brought to you by Uganda AIDS Commission, Office of the President.
So, Muchara.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
And into our next segment, following the release of the results of the UACE 2025, tonight UBC TV takes a closer look at the general performance trends, the best performing schools and subjects, plus what these results mean for students preparing to join universities and other higher institutions of learning.
Elite High School Entebbe has recorded an impressive performance, with the two sciences students scoring the maximum 20 points. Out of the 255 candidates who sat for the examinations, two sciences students scored 20 points, 220 scored above 10 points, while other students qualified for admission to higher institutions of learning.
I really want to thank God that our students performed very well. Our students are always exceptional. They are hard work.
The head teacher Lawrence Onyang thanked the students, parents and teachers for their dedication and collective effort.
Very great performance. We thank Almighty God for that. Yeah, all our students qualify to go to the university for bachelor's degrees of their choices, both in science and arts.
It was a moment of jubilation at Seta High School Mbara campus in Mukono. More than 308 candidates who registered for the examinations performed well and qualified to join higher institutions of learning.
We have achieved that, but most importantly, we had set a target of at least 20 students with the 20 points. But when the results are out, we have 27 students scoring maximum points, and we are grateful to God Almighty.
At Seta High School A-level campus, the results also reflected a strong performance. Out of more than 290 candidates who registered, 13 scored 20 points, with most of the top performers excelling in science subjects.
As we speak now, we have 12 students who have obtained 20 maximum points, and all our students have 2-digit points. That means 10 points and above. We are happy together with the staff and the students because our flutes are now seen all over the country and the entire world.
At Seta High School Green Campus, head teacher Paul Alibundi said all the 343 candidates who sat for the examinations passed well and qualified to join higher institutions of learning.
From that performance, 132 students managed to score A's in their various subjects, and the rest were in the ranges of B and C, of which we have a strong conviction that those students qualify for their different university courses.
Meanwhile, at Seta High School main campus, the head teacher Lilian Namulondo said all the 241 candidates qualified to join higher institutions of learning, with the 21 scoring the maximum aggregate of 20 points.
And all of them qualified to go to various public universities. Amazingly, 24 students scored maximum points. That is 20 points in various faculties: natural sciences, physical sciences, humanities or liberal arts. Then 37 scored 19 points, still across various faculties. 34 scored 18.
St. Ibali Kudema Senior School has commended the government for its continued emphasis on science subjects, which school administrators say has greatly contributed to improve the student performance.
UACE results of 2025. We sat 343 students. 7 of them were able to get maximum points, 20. But out of them, 5 of them were able to score 20 points in BCM. We want to thank the parents for the support they gave us throughout that year. We want to thank the teachers for their commitment.
The 19 students who have scored 19 points. We want to inform the public that the best students are coming from the science faculty. We have students who have BCM and maximum 20 points. Those are 5 students. Then 3 students who have the physical courses.
At St. Chiso Secondary School Bugolobi, a total of 173 students sat for the examinations, with the 2 candidates scoring the maximum 20 points, while the majority registered stronger grades. The deputy head teacher Dennis Omwony attributed the good performance to the collective effort and hard work of the teachers, students and parents who worked together to ensure success.
I got 15 points. I was doing history, art and Swahili and ICT. I am looking forward to go to university and take education because I like teaching.
At Kingsway High School in Chitende, more than 100 students sat for the UACE examinations, with 2 of the candidates scoring the maximum 20 points.
Our students have performed well, with the best students in science subjects having 20 points. We are grateful to the Almighty God for this wonderful performance. I take this opportunity to thank the teachers, the parents, plus all those who helped these students to pass like this.
They introduced new methods of assessment in what is popularly now known as a new curriculum. There is a need to train the teachers, because not all teachers are currently trained in the new curriculum. They should train the teachers in the new curriculum.
A similar mood of excitement was witnessed at St. Chisto High School Namgongo, where students also performed highly.
I'm very excited this time since our students UACE 2025 have excelled once again. They have excelled, and we thank God for this excellent performance. Our best student had 20. We had also 4 students getting 19 points. They were all doing biology, chemistry and math. Then we had the one of PEM, also got 19, and the rest got 17, 16, and other very good grades. So we thank God for the great performance and the students since through high school. We thank God for getting 19 points, doing PEM, physics A, mathematics A, and economics B. We thank God for he has enabled us and the school, and my parents and everyone to
thank my parents, my teachers, my teacher, my DOS. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have done a lot. My brother, I salute you. I appreciate everything. My sisters, my aunties, everybody who contributed to this. My friends who helped me this.
Now, Uganda National Examination Board, UNAB, has revealed an increase in the enrollment and performance of candidates with special needs at the level of Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education, UACE, in 2025 compared to 2024.
Lady and Honorable Minister of Education.
The released Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education results 2025 by UNAB indicate that a total of 540 candidates with special needs registered and sat for the examinations compared to 437 registered in 2024. This increased enrollment of candidates with special needs is attributed to improved funding and resources directed towards inclusive learning.
The board provides considerations that is suitable for each of the categories. And the table indicates the breakdown of the candidature in each category in 2025, and we compare that to 2024.
In the breakdown of 540 candidates with special needs, 26 were blind, 113 had low vision, 18 were deaf, 25 had severe physical impairments, 41 were dyslexics, and 317 belonged to other categories such as asthmatics, epileptics, sickle cell anemia, and accident survivors.
Children who may have been suffering from asthma during the period of examinations, those that suffer from epilepsy, and those that have sickle cell anemia. And sometimes we also have the ones that we call circumstantial disabilities, like candidates who may get an accident and break a limb before the examination.
Among the candidates with special needs, 172 obtained 3 principal passes, 72 got 2 principal passes, 45 got 1 principal pass, 57 got subsidiaries, 12 failed, while 2 were absent. Meanwhile, figures for inmates at Luzira Upper Prison indicate that 68 candidates registered for UACE examinations, including 64 males and 4 females.
The board has continued to provide facilities for the correctional facilities to have the inmates registered. 68 of those candidates sat for the examination. Those were 64 males and 4 females.
At least 31 obtained 3 principal passes, 15 got 2 principal passes, 4 obtained subsidiaries, 2 failed, and 2 were absent. Patricia Lukoma for UBC.
Still relatedly, schools Upcountry are celebrating their great performance in the 2025 Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education examinations. Most schools have attributed their performance to hard work, discipline, and strong collaboration between schools and parents.
At the Progressive Secondary School, it was excitement all over as candidates celebrated their win. Out of the 292 candidates who sat, UACE, Joel and Bayen Ashra merged as the best performers in BCM and HLD respectively. The teacher, Julius Ochukuru Obori, attributes the good performance to teamwork between the school administration, teachers, parents and learners.
But I want to thank so much the management of Mbale Progressive for the support
that has enabled us today to brave this bad weather, but it's a sign that we are blessed. As Mbale Progressive, attaining those points really is a blessing.
I'm ready to get 18 points. Chemistry, I got a B, biology, a B, mathematics, A, plus the subsidiaries.
At Mbale Secondary School, 4 students scored 18 points and 14 candidates scored 19 points. The head teacher, Moses Buyira, says the performance was based on commitment by teachers and good cooperation between the school administration and parents.
These are all students who are automatically going to go for human medicine on government sponsorship. So we congratulate these students and their parents. They have saved their parents a lot of money.
Some of the best performing students have also shared the experiences and the strategies they used to succeed in the examinations.
I did BCM. Luckily, thank to God, I got all of them A. I would like to thank my teachers, my head teacher, and above all, I would like to thank the Almighty God.
At Nyondo Secondary School Mbale, all the 200 students registered by the school managed to get 3 and 2 principal passes, qualifying them for the next level.
It is a government-aided school. It is a UACE school. But we have the management and the leadership that ensures quality. And our major vision is to help these children from rural areas, especially parents who can't afford expensive courses like medicine, law, education, and so on at university, so that they qualify on government sponsorship.
That managed to get 20 points. Yeah, incredibly happy. So jolly over this.
At Caltech Academy in Makerere, teachers and students are celebrating the Senior 6 results upon historical performance, with students who scored 19 points securing government sponsorship at the university, while more than a third of the class performed above 10 points.
It has helped us to show the world that Caltech Academy Makerere is still amongst the giant schools which can bring up a student to perform to the expectation of the parent. We'd like to inform you, the reason that's why we have performed it well, it depends on our school motto, which is toil with faith.
Yeah, I had to make a 20. Sorry for disappointing you, dear Caltechans. But I'll be glad if one of you makes it next year.
At Ginger Progressive SS, all the students passed with flying colors. 4 students scored 20 points, as the school director, Haj Chitezala, narrates. At Lakeside SS, 4 students got 20 points each, while the rest also scored highly.
Chemistry, and in mathematics, in general paper, and imagines our best student, and they have scored all the available points just as it was at ordinary level.
At St. Joseph SS Nakanoni, both students and teachers jubilated about their performance aligned to their commitment.
Today we are celebrating our exceptional performance in Senior 6 results, whereby we have the best student by the name Sekarega Ashraf with 8 points, Awuzi Henry and Okup Daniel with 19 points.
At Holy Cross SS, the best student got 18 points. The school head teacher, Father Prosper at Kwase, narrated how they managed to perform with flying colors. At Lakeside Senior Secondary School, 4 students got 20 points.
I cannot actually see how happy I am, though it is very hard to show it. At least God knows.
In Isingiro district at Boni Consili Girls Vocational Secondary School, over 64 girls who sat for the 2025 UACE examinations passed with flying colors. Parents, teachers and students sang songs of praise, thanking God for the victory. The headmistress of Boni Consili, Sister Gladys Kachope, appreciated God, parents, teachers and students for the efforts they put in, which enabled them to succeed.
Have greatly improved, and the sciences here at Boni Consili are actually improving.
Kasese Secondary School is one of the government schools that have performed well in the 2025 UACE exams. The head teacher, Joseph Nzukwa, attributes the good performance to government support and the collaborated efforts of parents and teachers.
Input that is put in by parents in terms of resources, but the great input by the teachers and students to ensure that they get a maximum potential.
Students that performed well also described their victory to God-fearing, concentration and discipline towards their teachers.
I'm thankful to the Almighty God, thankful to
Straight away into the world of sports, as Stephen Tikolo has been unveiled at the Entebbe Oval as the new Cricket Cranes head coach. He replaces Abe Sharma and returns for the third on the 3-year contract that he planned to use to elevate the team to day one.
It's a good opportunity for us to have that Namibia tour. Obviously, you know, when you get to play games is where you get to see what needs to be done, what needs to be rectified. Happy that we have 3 ODIs and 2 T20s in Namibia. Obviously, looking at the ODIs, really want to work on the batting, especially we call it the mindset of batting in a 50-over game. That is what I want to work on in Namibia. With the T20, I think we are fairly at a good place. Once we're there, we'll see how it goes and what we need to work on. I don't think it will be a challenge. Had the opportunity to see some of the younger players. Some of them I saw them in Tanzania with the under-19s, and I also saw them in Nigeria with the under-19s. Don't forget, when I was here, most of them were coming up. So I'm familiar with them, and I don't think it should be a challenge, but I'm really up for the challenge. For me, once you cross the rope, any challenge is a tough challenge, but it's how you take it. I think we're going to work with the team in terms of getting the players ready for every game we play. We take the challenge head on, and obviously that starts way back in training. So yes, the task ahead is tough, but like I said, I'm ready for it. I'm prepared for it. Yeah, rightly said. The standards have gone up in the T20 game, as we saw in the recent T20 World Cup. But again, for me, it's not something that is not achievable. It's how you work with the players. Like I said, starting right from the training sessions, and then when you have your practice games, how you go about it. You can achieve anything when you set your mind to it. And we're going to put in place training sessions, training programs that will address that issue of the team scoring 170, 180 runs and above.
Well, that's all we had time for. Thank you once again for sticking with us. My name is Patricia Lukoma. Let's meet again at 10.